I was going to ask you about this as well before I ask you about your prediction for the Tour. Why have we not had a Tour de France winner from France since Bernard Hinault?
Cycling has the simple answer, and it's a hard and honest answer. Simply because cycling has changed and French cycling has not changed quick enough or drastically enough. There's talent there, but they caught in the old French way of doing things. It's tradition, and it gives you a lot of security and safety. You know always what to expect. There's never be a bad surprise, but there's also not a good surprise. You know, like your sport director, your team leader comes and goes, hey, I did this for 15 years as a pro cyclist. And for the last 20 years as a sport director, I did like this. And we keep doing like this. And then you finish 4 to 10. You cannot win. You got to adapt to modern cycling, or you stay where you are. That is one problem. Another problem is that, if I'm right, only in France, every rider has to be employed, right? So with social security, retirement, pension fund, and all that, health insurance, everything. So in order to sign a rider like Tadej Pogacar for a French team, let's say he wants 5 million on his account, right? In the team he is now, he gets 5 million. If he wants to go to a French team or a French team wants to sign him, they gotta pay 8 million so that he has 5 million on his account because he's employed. So they gotta pay health insurance in percentage of his income, taxes, all that, because he is an employee of the team. So that makes it so much more expensive for French teams to have a bigger name than for countries. They have a different rule or different setup where riders are self-employed or go via image contract, so and so on. That's another reason why it is super hard and expensive to hold a talented developing rider in a French team or to buy a big rider, because you need to pay so much more on top of it because your social charges are so much higher. But then again, you're from Denmark, you probably know about high social charges and high taxes and all.
Yes, yes. Extremely high taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought you'd be the right person because you've ridden for a French team. Okay, Jens, 2025 Tour de France. What is your prediction for, well, not just the podium, but also, I would say, best sprinters as well, and each of the jerseys?
Oof, each of the jerseys. Okay. Well, everything looks now, it's still gonna be Tadej Pogacar, right? I mean, he had a relatively modest time trial in the Dauphiné. I wonder what that was all about. I mean, he still did a good time trial, but for being Tadej Pogacar, the time trial was modest or even average, you have to say. But it's 3 weeks. There's a mountaintop time trial. He got a strong team. He is coming out of a long training period after the one-day classics he did. So now he got this one block of stage racing in his legs. So he's only going to go better. I believe the odds are in favor for him. Second, Jonas again. Probably a lot closer than last year. I don't see Tadej winning 6 stages again in the Tour de France. So Jonas, a lot closer. Third place. I don't know, just wishful thinking. I go Ben O'Connor. I cannot pick the same podium like last year. I mean,
I thought you were going to say Lipovic.
He's still too young. I mean, 3 weeks Tour de France, it's still different, right? And I'm not sure if Roglic is riding or not. So I go Ben O'Connor. I mean, the guy was, second in the World Championships last year? He was strong in the Vuelta a España. So I believe he got a chance for last podium spot.
Who do you think will be the best sprinter as well?
The best sprinter will be Jonathan Milan. He is ready. He is prepared all season long. It was clear for him. No Giro Italia, all for the Tour de France. They want to win stages, not necessarily take the green jersey, but win stages. So I believe he will be not like Mats Pedersen, go in breakaways to pick up points in the middle, survive the medium hard stages and all that. I think it's spectacular sprints or 150ers, right? So the green jersey, probably I still see with Jasper Philipsen, but the best sprinter will be Jonathan Milan.
Tim Merlier doesn't tempt you, or Binyam Girmay?
No, no, no. I go, I think it's Philipsen. He's just reliable. He knows how to do it well. Binyam Gimei, he did the green jersey last year, so yes, he knows how that works as well. But with Binyam, I believe everything has to become together really perfectly. Preparation, the racing stages, the team support. That doesn't happen every year. And Jasper Philipsen and his team, they know how to work it. So I believe he is the man for the green jersey. The white jersey, is Jonas still able to get it? No. Then I guess it's Ayuso.
I'm not sure Ayuso is going.
He's maybe not in the Tour?
No.
Oh, wow. Well, then, it's not the Tour de France. Then I believe Ayuso might be in a different team next year. I see a little bit of unrest and unhappiness there. And you see, one bad apple ruins the whole basket of it. So if a rider is not happy and he is just negative and wants to go, even though there's $1 million contract or whatever, $2 million contract, find a way that the new team pays half of it, or you just write some of the money off as a team. Or the rider goes, you know what? I ripped the contract. You keep your money. I just need to go somewhere else. But again, it's my private speculation. I have no clue, no really information about it, but it's just how I feel after the Giro Italia, that Ayuso realizes, okay, I will never be able to catch Pogacar, and I'm not even second anymore because now Isaac Del Toro passed me. So I'm third in my own team, but he could be the king in any other team, right? So I could see people, or I could see him.
Oh, who's your white jersey?
Well, then I would need a look at the potential start list there.
You've got Remco, Lenny Martinez, Lipovic.
Well, then, let's go for Lipovic for that one. Yep, Lipovic.
Polka dot jersey, Carapaz winning last year.
Yeah. We haven't talked about Team Ineos Grenadiers. I don't see them really being a contender for a podium. But if Bernal wants, he could go and breakaways and take the polka dot jersey. But I'm not sure if that is what he wants, or if he prefers to finish somewhat 4 to 6 in the overall. I guess he will rather go for the overall. Carapaz was good in the Giro. The Tour, nah, I don't think that suits him that well. So yeah, let's give it back. Let's give it again to Carapaz. Romain Bardet is not there anymore. Yeah. So I guess Carapaz, it's a good option. Team competition, Team UAE, because Pogacar is going to be winning. He's going to have his lieutenants finishing 8 and 9 or whatever. So I believe he's going to take, or the team going to secure the team's competition. The Mont Ventoux stage, big battle between the GC riders. I would say, because it's an easy stage, the team of the leader, which I believe will be Pogacar, can easily control it, and Pogacar might try to win it. Or we see a generous present from Pogacar to Jonas and go, you know what, Jonas, take that stage. I'm already 2 minutes ahead and I don't need 10 seconds bonus. Maybe we see that, but otherwise I go probably Pogacar.
What about the final stage, since the Sakaka climb is in there? What do you think will happen there?
If there's no crash in the run into that climb or on that climb where people have to get off their bike and they lose time really quickly, right? Because if you stand still and they're still moving in the first group, you lose so much time. If that doesn't happen, which I don't hope, nobody deserves to lose the race on the last day because of a crash or spectator waving the flag into your front wheel, right? Nobody deserves to lose a race after 3 weeks of hard work. I believe it's one of the classics riders, Mathieu van der Poel, gonna get away and take it.
I would love to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's a very good predictions there.
Or Wout van Aert. If Jonas goes, you know what, I'm 2 minutes behind Pogacar, I cannot make it, Wout, you go. But yeah, I think one of these two guys got the best chances there. It's not hard enough for the GC riders, but it's too hard for the sprinters. So it's got to be one of these classic type riders.